Yo, what is going on, guys? It is RoyalStonerz here. Welcome back, Royal Army. Welcome back, Royal Squad. I am back in the fucking building once again with another fucking video. Today's video, it isn't going to be just a story time. It is going to be the second Q&A video. So yes, hold on to your seats, boys and girls. Grab your fucking popcorn because we are going to be answering some goddamn foolish fucking questions asked by yours truly, the fucking RoyalStonerz army. I fucking love you guys. You guys always ask me the best goddamn questions for Q&As. I mean, we've only had one Q&A before this, but I really fucking enjoyed making that video. So, like, it just goes to show y'all that I actually enjoy these type of videos because I'm making another one. So, yeah, man, y'all asked me some really good questions this time as well, but these are some fucking wild ones, alright? I picked the best ones, well, basically every single one of them at the moment, because I don't have that many fans right now, but if you would like to become a fan of the channel, guys, and if this is your first time ever viewing my channel, welcome. You can click the subscribe button right now and join the fucking RoyalStonerz army today, my friend, for free. I'm just kidding, it's obviously not free. The second you subscribe, you are instantly signing your life away. You're gonna be slaving yourselves away to watching these videos. I'm just fucking with you, but look, if it's your first time watching, man, and you like it, just subscribe if you want. But anyways, boys and girls, we might not have that many fans at the moment. We got 833 subscribers, though. That's a fucking lot, if you ask me. That's the most subscribers I would have ever thought I'd have. And if I'm being completely honest with y'all right now, I would not be mad in the slightest if I didn't even gain that many more, because, like, this is a shit ton of subscribers, bro. I know I said I don't have that many fans, but, like, I actually kind of do if I think about it. I'm just really fucking high right now. Just know I appreciate you guys a shit ton, okay? But look, I've got a good 16 questions for you guys, so yeah. If you want to be featured in the next Q&A, comment hashtag AskRoyalStonerz followed by a question you got for me, man. Because I will answer whatever the hell you want me to, as long as it's not too bad, and as long as it's fucking crazy. I'm pretty fucking baked right now, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. On planet Jupiter, you know, I'm off that goddamn gas pack. You know, just know we smoking on that exotic, my boy. It's not really that exotic. If you join the Discord, guys, you'll fucking know what I'm smoking on. But yeah, at the moment, I'm grinding some more up and I'm rolling me up a joint, guys, because, man, do I like getting fucking stoned. Now, I don't know about y'all, but the weed that I have had lately has been just, ooh, it's been so fucking good, guys. Yeah, y'all need to smoke up if y'all have anything out there to smoke on before we get into this video, because these questions, oh my gosh, they're fucking crazy, okay? We got some wild ones, and y'all are not prepared for what I'm going to answer them with, okay? Y'all just aren't at all. So yeah, let's roll up this fucking J real quick. Alright, guys, so we got that bitch pearled, rolled up, and fucking ready to be smoked and put into my lungs. I'm looking at this joint like I'm about to fucking kill it, and this joint's looking at me like, oh no, please don't smoke me. But I'm gonna fucking smoke you, little fucker. Well, you know the classic old saying around here, boys and girls. If you have anything to smoke up on out there, smoke the fuck up right now, because we're getting fucking faded right now. Cheers, boys. Yeah, let's get this bitch sparked. I'm fucking ready for this joint. I know y'all can't see me smoking this shit, but just know it's some gas. Taking a few rips off this, then I'll pass it to my girl. Alright, so I'm fucking faded right now, and I'm ready to do this fucking Q&A video. If y'all have watched the last Q&A, boys and girls, which I bet y'all already have, if you haven't, go watch that shit right now. I'll literally put the link to it right now. Go watch that shit before you watch this one, okay? It's just better to watch the first part of something before you watch the second one, okay? Think to yourself real quick, okay? Would you, okay, if you're about to watch a Minecraft series, or you're about to watch, like, let's say a gaming series or something, would you watch the third or the fourth episode first? No, I didn't think so, okay? Go watch the first one first and then come back and watch this one. But look, I'm fucking faded. If y'all have watched the first one, then as you guys know, at the end of this, I'm going to be telling a mini story time. That story time is going to be fucking wild, by the way, so stay tuned. The Q&A videos are also pretty fucking crazy, too, because you motherfuckers like to ask me some wild-ass questions. So, anyways, guys, let's get into this fucking Q&A, alright? So, coming in with the first question, guys, for the second Q&A, we're going to be answering this dude's question. question at the Grim, hashtag Ask RoyalStonerz. Worst DXM experience. Oh boy. What is my worst DXM experience? Holy shit. If I'm being completely honest, my worst DXM experience would probably have to be doing too much DXM at school. Now, this story time is on my channel. It's a 3-year-old story time. I made it like 3 years ago, but that story time basically sums up the entire story pretty well. Even though I wasn't that good at telling stories back then, it's still a pretty good video and a classic story time on my channel, which is why it's still up there. But in that story time, I did way too much DXM. It was the most DXM I've ever done. In the video, I say I took 1 bottle of DXM, but I actually took 2. I took 2 bottles of this Dollar General brand cough syrup, right? And the reason I know I took 2 is because I wrote this shit down in a journal, and I found this shit a long time ago. Like a very long time ago, guys. Now, I had a little fucking notebook. It was a fucking notebook where I just wrote down all kinds of stuff, like all the fucking drugs I was doing at the time, all the experiences I had and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like a fucking trip book. It was cool as shit, and I fucking lost that shit, man. I don't even know where the fuck it's at anymore. That shit breaks my goddamn soul into pieces, bro. Literal pieces. If I had that book right now, bro, I would literally shed a tear. I'd give up my goddamn life for that book right now. I'm not even kidding. I'd pay $1,000 for that book, or like maybe even $10,000. Like I would give my goddamn nutsack for that trip book, bro. Well, anyways, let's not get into that, or I will get pissed off. Back to what you asked me. Worst DXM experience, okay? So look, this was before I went to school. I took 2 bottles of fucking Dollar General brand cough syrup. That equaled out to 600 milligrams of DXM. And then I took 26 Mucinex pills with guaifenesin in them. A little heads up and warning, don't do shit with guaifenesin in it, guys. It can fucking harm your stomach. It's really bad for you. The side effects of taking too much of that shit are just not good. Apparently it can cause nausea, dizziness, fast heartbeat, constipation, difficulty breathing, drowsiness, headache, rash, chills, diarrhea, and hives, blah blah blah, and all that good shit. But yeah, if y'all want to hear more about that story, go watch the video, alright? Because we gotta move on to the next question. Alright, coming in with the next question, asked by a fellow member of the RoyalStonerz army. We are coming in with at Philly Soldier. Hashtag Ask RoyalStonerz. Have you ever fermented something like grape or apple juice to make your own alcohol? Now this is fucking wild and like a little bit crazy because I have before, but it completely went to shit. Now I'm not really gonna talk about it because I have to save it for a story time. Well, wait. I can tell the story time at the end of this video. That'll be the story time that we're gonna tell. Alright guys, so look, the story time that's gonna be told at the end of this video is trying to ferment alcohol gone terribly wrong, okay? Let's get into the next question. Thank you for asking this question at Philly Soldier. You just helped me figure out what I was going to tell at the end of the story, so I really appreciate this question, brother. Thanks for asking it. Alright guys, next fucking awesome question of the Q&A video. We're getting personal here with the next question, alright? We're getting into my personal life, alright? The person asking this question is at Spry Ain't It. He asked me, hashtag Ask RoyalStonerz, do you think the environment you grew up in predisposed you to become a drug addict, and why? And he also told me, as you guys can see right there on the screen, if that's too personal, just tell me what your favorite weed strain is. Now, that's not too personal. We got somebody else who asked me what my favorite weed strain is, who I'm going to be answering that to. So I'm gonna tell you if I think that the environment I grew up in predisposed me to be a drug addict and why. Because, like, I don't mind talking about that. It doesn't really bother me that much. Now, I know this might come as a shocker to a lot of you guys out there, but I actually had a pretty good upbringing, believe it or not. I wasn't raised by my mom or my dad, especially when they were in active drug addiction. I stayed with my grandma my entire life. She took custody and raised me. So do I think that the environment I grew up in predisposed me to become a drug addict? Yes, in some kind of ways, because look guys, I've had to experience a lot of crazy things as a child, like my little brother getting stolen from me, my mom going to jail, my mom doing drugs, me knowing about that since I was little, my dad doing drugs, me knowing about that since I was little, going to my dad's house on the weekends, getting introduced to my step siblings who introduced me to some crazy ass shit and smoking paper and smoking cigarettes and stuff like that. I think that the environment that I grew up in outside of my grandmother's house predisposed me to becoming a drug addict. And maybe a little bit of inside of my grandma's house, but not completely, okay? Now, the reason I'm saying this is because my grandmother is a good ass person. She's never given me a single drug and never given me a single dollar for drugs. Now, she might have in the past, she just didn't know it was for drugs. My grandma is a good person, alright? And the environment that I grew up in as a child was amazing. She gave me everything and provided everything I needed in life, so I can't complain. But I think it did predispose me to becoming a drug addict just a little bit. But it really wasn't my grandmother's fault, is what I'm trying to say, even though she raised me, you know? So yeah, thank you for asking that question, man. It really wasn't that personal. I don't mind answering that shit, but I really appreciate the question, brother. Let's move on to the next one, though. Alright, coming in steaming hot with the next one. You know, since we just got asked what my favorite weed strain is, might as well move on to that question. So, coming in with @NuaXVR7543. Wow, that's a pretty random name, but he asked me, what's your favorite weed strain and why? Now, that's a pretty difficult question if you really want me to be honest, because I have a lot of favorite strains, you know, ranging from fucking Girl Scout cookies and Trainwreck and Blue Dream and Green Crack, you know, Cali Dog, all the strains that I've actually tried. I haven't really tried any of those, like, well, I probably have tried the new strains and all the fucking wild flavors and shit, but usually nobody tells me what the strain is called, and every once in a while I do get told. Now, oh, I've had Sour Diesel before too, a lot of other shit. I've tried a bunch of other strains, but out of all of them, I think my favorite strain had to have been the Girl Scout cookies, and that I don't know, and the Sour Diesel, that shit was also really good, and the Cali Dog, because the Cali Dog is a fucking cross between Sour Diesel and another strain. I forgot what it was, but those are my favorite strains right there, because those are the ones that I've tried. Alright, so damn, we're like 11 minutes into the fucking video so far, guys. See, I told y'all we had a lot more questions for today, alright? So look, we're coming in with the next question. Mama told me not to sell work. He asked me, how were the impacts of smoking meth and how hard was it to get over? Dude, if anybody out there really wants to try meth, I would recommend against it. Now, you might be thinking, well, why? I tried Adderall, I tried Ritalin, and I really fucking like that. I'd probably really like meth. Well, you see, the thing about meth is it's too good to be true. It feels too good to be like any type of thing you need to be doing at all, okay? You get so addicted to this shit because of the first rush you get. You're chasing that high the entire fucking time you're doing it, and you're slowly just but surely making your heart beat ever so faster each time you do it, and then eventually you're gonna die, man. That shit kills you. It causes heart disease, it causes heart problems. I don't care what any single tweaker or junkie out there says to me. You could literally show me a paper saying that it doesn't cause heart attacks, and I wouldn't fucking believe you, because I know somebody who's been smoking that shit since they were 15 or 16 years old, and they're 45 now, and they have heart failure, guys. So yeah, if that doesn't say anything to you, then I don't know what will. Not to mention, a lot of the people who do this shit are straight up weirdos, weird motherfuckers, okay? Now, I'm not saying anybody who's watching this that smokes meth is a weird motherfucker, but a lot of them are, okay? That shit's horrible, man, and the impacts it gave me on my mental state, boy, was it bad, man. It made me paranoid, it made me hallucinate, it made me hear shit, it made me think people were out to get me. It didn't make me hallucinate or hear shit like I was on Benadryl, though. Benadryl is just a whole nother fucking beast in itself. This shit was like, I don't know, it just fucked with me even more, because I actually thought people were breaking into my house and trying to fucking murder me, man. And I actually was conscious, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't in fucking Benadryl la land. Like, the fog didn't roll in and I wasn't goddamn unconscious, like, you know what I mean? I still was, like, able to, like, remember shit when I was on meth. And every single time I did it, guys, it, like, made me think people were trying to murder me. Like, almost all the times I'd stay up and do this shit. I don't like this shit at all. And how I got over it, man, was I just quit smoking that shit. I quit doing it. You just gotta quit doing meth and it'll be fine. Like, your brain will go back to normal. I mean, every once in a while I still have a little hiccup and I'll be like, man, I wonder what it would be like if I smoked meth again. I wonder what it would be like if I snorted that shit. But I never touch it again because, like, of what it's done to me and my brain and my psyche. Now, I wouldn't recommend out there doing it. Now, if you need some tips for getting over meth and shit like that, my biggest tip would be to quit that shit first, of course. And then my second biggest tip would have to be just start eating more, start sleeping more, start drinking more water, stay hydrated, obviously, and just stop doing meth. Your brain will heal, okay? I promise, because mine has a little bit. But yeah, guys, that was the question, you know, asked by yours truly. Mama told me not to sell work. Thank you for asking that question, my man. Look, guys, we're gonna be doing a giveaway, and I wanted to let you guys know this like 15 minutes into the video because I honestly didn't think about it until now. But look, we're doing a giveaway, guys. There's gonna be 3 winners and it's gonna be picked randomly, alright? Comment banana balls to enter the fucking giveaway, alright? And once you've commented that, at the end of this week or next week, I'm gonna be putting all of your names into a generator or a picker or whatever, and I'm gonna pick every single one of you, and we're gonna have 3 winners, okay, guys? Go check out the Instagram and the Snapchat to see what you can be winning. The only things you have to do to be able to win this shit, guys, is comment banana balls. Like, it's seriously that fucking easy. And you've got to be of age, of course. Alright, so enough with this fucking banana balls shit, guys. You already know we're doing the giveaway, so yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Let's hit this bowl and let's get into the next fucking question. Cheers. Damn, alright, let's get into the next question, boys. It's a fucking great one. Alright, the person asking this question is actually a storytime YouTuber themselves, and they actually make pretty good stories, I'm not even finna lie. Their name is @DankitySpankity7750. Y'all should go check them out if y'all haven't already. I shouted them out in one of my other videos, but they asked me, have you ever been to jail? This is a good one. Have I ever been to jail? No, but I have almost been to jail a lot of times. Now, there's been a bunch of times where I should have been to jail, but it's like something's watching over me, man, that just doesn't want me to go to jail. Now, I actually know what it is. It's God, but I don't know if a lot of you guys out there believe in God, but if you don't, man, that's okay. Maybe one day you will, but no, I have not been to jail, man. I have had a lot of experiences where I should have been to jail, where I got caught stealing twice, and the police caught me, and they just didn't care, you know? Like, I mean, they did care, but I started crying, and they felt bad, I think, and they were just like, how old are you, son? And I was like, the first time I got caught, I was like 16, and the second time, it was at Walmart, and actually, it wasn't even a police officer, now that I think about it. I don't know if you guys have heard about the stealing stories. They're on my channel, but the second time I got caught stealing was at Walmart, and the fucking secret shoppers caught me and Johnson, and it was fucking wild, man. They said they were going to call the police if we didn't call our parents to come and get us, so I called my grandma to come and get me, and Johnson tried to fucking fake his way out of it, but he ended up having to call his grandma. But, you know, that was some bullshit, boys and girls. We should have went to jail for that, but we didn't. There's been many times where I should have went to jail, but I haven't. But no, @DankitySpankity, I have never been to jail. But thank you for asking that question, because it was an amazing one, and it gave us like 2 minutes of content. So, yeah, man, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so guys, this is the second to last question. We're like coming into like the almost near the final or the end of the fucking Q&A. So yeah, let's get into this real quickly, boys and girls. Let's hop, skip, and jump into this fucking question, alright? So look, this one's being asked by @CharlieTheCoconut or Dobby the Goblin in my Discord. You know, this person has been around apparently for a really long time in the drug community and in the drug world, so we gotta pay a little respects to Dobby the Goblin here. They asked me, #AskRoyalStonerz, have you ever done Ambien? Nah, I haven't, but I'm gonna tell you something real quick. I did something really stupid with Veronica one time, guys, alright? We thought we had some Ambien, but it was not fucking Ambien, alright? It was fucking Tylenol, and we took a bunch of them bitches, and it was just bad, alright? I got a video real quick I'll show y'all, but yeah, it was just bad, guys, okay? And, no, I haven't done real Ambien, Dobby, so yeah. That was just really sad. What I did do, though, guys, taking too much aspirin, don't do that. I do not recommend doing that. But yeah, let's move on to the next question, guys, because I'm a little embarrassed about that. But alright, thank you, Dobby the Goblin, for asking that question. But yeah, let's move on to the last fucking question of the Q&A, guys. We're finally here. We made it to the end of the Q&A video, guys. Oh yeah, I know. Y'all are ready for it to be over. I know. Just wait, alright? Well, look, okay? We're coming in with the last question, asked by @Cock420. Best music to listen to on DXM? I really do not know, man. Let me think. I'll try to think of something real quick. I don't really have a favorite song to listen to while on DXM because I don't do DXM. Alright, guys, now, that was the last question. I love you guys. Thanks for asking your questions. I'm just playing, guys, okay? I'm gonna answer your question real quick, bro, alright? Now, in my opinion, the best music to listen to while on DXM would probably have to be like Trippie Redd or like Lil Uzi Vert or Playboy Cardi even, man. Like, let me think of a song for you. You know, we got Love Scars. I don't know any songs by Playboy Cardi, but I have listened to one song that was really trippy before. Either that or it was made by A$AP Rocky. It was A$AP Rocky LSD. Listen to that on fucking DXM, bro, okay? Now, let's get on to the fucking story time real quick, alright? I'm gonna be telling y'all the time I tried to ferment alcohol in my fucking closet, okay? Alright, guys, so how this story began. I was like maybe 14 years old. Yeah, I was 14 years old, I know this. And I was staying awake all night for some reason. I think it's because I couldn't go to sleep, right? I remember this like it was fucking yesterday. I was playing on my phone, right? I was scrolling through my phone, watching YouTube, trying to figure out ways I could get drunk or high, like always, and watching Xcode and fucking Goblin and all them, right? Until I stumbled across a video where I learned how to make alcohol in your closet. And I learned about this thing called fermenting alcohol, and I figured out that I could literally just make this shit in my closet, and all I needed was apple juice and sugar and yeast, right? But all I can say is I remember finding this shit out, right? And I was just bamboozled. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I could have just been making this shit in my closet instead of goddamn drinking Germ-X. What the hell was I on, bro? I was like, bro, I've been drinking rubbing alcohol and Germ-X. And this whole time, I could have been making fucking alcohol in my goddamn closet. Bro, I was livid. I was pissed, boys and girls. I was like, what? But, you know, anyways, besides me being mad about figuring that out, you know, this was like, guys, I figured out how to ferment alcohol, like, right before I got hit by a car, and, like, also, like, while I was abusing Benadryl. Like, the day before I fermented this alcohol, I probably abused Benadryl, if I'm being completely honest with you. But now, I was thinking to myself, I was like, no, I don't think I have any cooking yeast or wine yeast like they're talking about in these videos here, because, guys, I was watching videos on YouTube, you know, and if you've watched videos on YouTube about how to make alcohol before, then you know what I'm talking about. They tell you you need wine yeast, or you need cooking yeast, or whatever, and you're gonna need sugar and apple juice, grape juice, or orange juice. So, you know, your boy was fucking scrolling. He was watching videos that he shouldn't have been watching at 14 years old. But, you know, I was sitting there thinking, right, and I just thought, what else could I use, right? And I started doing some research, boys and girls. So, you know, I clicked off the video, guys. I put it in the tab mode or whatever. I swiped it to the side, and I went on to Google. I was looking on my phone. I was scrolling on Google. I was like, how to make wine in my closet, right? And I came across this thing called Pruno. Now, if you guys know what Pruno is, or prison wine, then you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, as soon as I figured out about this Pruno shit, I looked it up on YouTube, right? I got straight off of Google. I was like, alright, I gotta look at this shit. I gotta view this for myself. My virgin eyes need to see this Pruno being made on video. So, you know, I went to YouTube once again, guys. You know, just imagine RoyalStonerz, right? At 14 years old, on his phone, late at night, unable to rest because he wants to get fucking drunk or high, just watching videos on, like, these prisoners making goddamn prison wine, and just videos about people goddamn making alcohol and shit like that. It had my little 14-year-old brain going, baby. I was like, yeah, we gotta do this. I'm doing this tonight. I started looking up shit about how to make wine with bread and like orange peels and banana peels and shit like that, and ketchup and sugar and apple juice, right? And I knew I had apple juice, I had bread, and I had ketchup and sugar. So I was like, dude, we're fucking set. That's all I need, right? So I go to my kitchen, right? I go into my fridge, and I'm like, okay, so let's see if we got any apple juice. And sure enough, boys and girls, sitting on the fucking top shelf was a bottle of apple juice, just like always, just like we always got, right? So I grab that shit out, and I go to my fucking pantry, right? And I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, so I need to grab a water bottle too, because I'm gonna put this apple juice in a water bottle, because I don't have a jar or anything I could ferment this in, or like I know I shouldn't make a bag of this shit, so I'm gonna put it in a bottle, okay? We're just gonna try to make a small water bottle of this shit, okay? So, look, I poured the water, I grabbed the water from the pantry, right, the laundry room, and I walked out, and I also grabbed me some sugar from the stove, right? We kept our sugar on the stove. I got all the ingredients I needed. I got sugar, I got oranges, right? And because I was only going to use the peels, and I got ketchup and apple juice. So I was set, right? I also got bread. I forgot to mention that. I got the bread too. So we were set, okay? You know, I poured out the water out of the water bottle, right? And I was like, damn, I'm wasting water, but it's all right. So I did that. I poured like a good amount of apple juice into the bottle, right? And I started ripping up a little bit of bread, and I put bread in there. And then I put sugar, a shit ton of sugar in there. And I put a few fucking, like, maybe like 3 orange peels. I ripped them up into little pieces so that they would fit in the water bottle. And I put them in there, right? And then I squirted some ketchup in there. And I shook all of this shit together, and then I added more apple juice so that there would be more liquid, right? And then I added a little bit more bread and a little bit more other shit, and then I shook it up even more, and I was just staring at this abomination, like, just looking at it like, what the fuck have I created, and am I even gonna be able to drink this? Y'all will figure out later what happened. It was really fucking horrible, but look, okay, so I do this, right, and I shake it up, and I put it into my closet. Guys, this is where it went really fucking badly, okay? You know, I put it in my closet, and I end up forgetting about this thing, okay? I forgot about it for a good 2 weeks, I'd say. Maybe, yeah, 2 weeks, right? Until one day, right, I woke up that next day and I completely forgot that I even did that. Because I remember like 2 weeks later, I ended up remembering, right? And I was like, holy shit, I forgot about that. No! So I ran to my closet, right? I opened up the closet, and flies just started fucking swarming out of my closet. And I was like, ew! And I started swinging on them motherfuckers. I started fighting the flies, guys. I swear to God, I started smacking them around and just fucking like being like, get out of my face, you motherfuckers! That shit pissed me off bad. And I go down there and I look at the bottle. And that bitch exploded, bro. The cap flew off of it. There was fermented apples. No, not fermented apples. Fermented orange peels and fermented bread and sugar and ketchup, water, or apple water, just everywhere, bro. And in it was maggots, bro. There were so many maggots in my closet. I was surprised that my house wasn't infested with maggots. I'm surprised that my whole house wasn't a fucking maggot, honestly, because there were just so many, like... Oh, we still have a fly problem to this day, and I always wonder in the back of my mind if it's because of this fucking experience right here. But look, I checked in there, I saw the maggots and the flies, I was like, fuck, and I got sickened, bro. I was like, nope. I closed the closet, and I was like, there's maggots. I was like, ew. So I fucking obviously had to go get some gloves, right? I got some gloves, and I picked up my mess. I put that shit in a goddamn trash bag, and I killed all the maggots. I sprayed it with disinfecting shit, and I cleaned out my closet because I was fucking terrified there was maggots everywhere. So obviously I did something right because there was pressure in the bottle, enough pressure to make that shit explode everywhere. But guys, do not copy what I was doing. That shit was fucking retarded, alright? I could honestly only see like some like top head like wine or alcohol fanatics doing this shit, or like little kids or fucking people in prison, you know? Do not fucking make it, alright? And if you are, don't do what I did and leave it fucking in your closet and forget about it, because that shit will explode and it'll attract bugs. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah guys, that was just the mini story time for this video. I know it wasn't a long one. That's why I added this story time to this video, because it wasn't gonna be that long and I knew it wasn't gonna take up a lot of time. And plus, the Q&A video was already about like 19 minutes long, so, you know, now we got at least a good 24-minute video going. So, yeah guys, but that was the end of that story. Yeah, the fucking goddamn fermented shit exploded all over me. Thank you, bro, for commenting that shit and making me think about that, because I forgot that shit had happened, but thank you, bro. But yeah, anyways, guys, I love you motherfuckers. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to be making a lot more here soon. So yeah, don't forget to always check on your fermented alcohol, boys and girls. Also, if you haven't joined the Instagram, the Discord, or the Reddit, links to all will be in the description and in my bio. I'll see you guys later. Peace be multiplied, my brothers and sisters.